Prynhawn da. Bon après-midi. Good afternoon. It's been 4 months since my last Politics and Ironing with Williams. And if you remember, you'll have to go back and have a look at the last one. It was 4 months ago and I was bald as a coot. And now I've got a full head of hair 4 months later. And in that video, I was talking about institutions and I was talking about the escaped prisoner from Wandsworth, Daniel Khalifa, and how I was supportive of his bid for freedom because I thought he'd been set up by the army and the forces of the establishment. Obviously, I'm not supportive of this other geezer, Alkaline Abdel, or whatever his name is, who's been throwing noxious substances into people's faces. But 4 months ago, when I did the video, the attack on October the 7th had not happened. And we all know what has happened since then. And I'm gonna iron as a displacement activity for my anger, because I got a lot to say. McHaggis, the cat, is in the other room, and she's told me if I get too animated or I get too worked up, that she'll come in and she'll turn off the camera herself, because she's fed up with my strong opinions. So, where to begin? To begin at the beginning. It was a spring moonless night. Dear, Politics and Ironing with Williams. This is back by popular demand. 34 people, 34 subscribers or non-subscribers watched the last one. So I know it goes down well with people, even though ironing as a hobby, as a pastime, is not so popular these days, but it helps me deal with anger. And I'll tell you why I'm angry today. I should be continuously angry with what those murdering Zionist bastards are doing on the Gaza Strip. But I'm angry today because something's happened where somebody has shown me their true colours. I mean, I had my suspicions. I've had my suspicions all along. But somebody today has shown me their true colours. And I won't go into gory detail, but basically, it was over money. And you know the old saying, neither a borrower or a lender be. Well, I didn't borrow or lend money, basically, but I was expecting money to come back. And I've been waiting a month for that money to come back. And my patience was completely fried and frazzled today. And I was so angry, I had to find an outlet for my anger. And I thought, right, well, let's get some ironing done. So the ironing is proving a little bit of therapy. So, yeah, this is what's kickstarted it. And what I thought I might do as well, I'm using the ironing board as a prop. Let's just hope the phone doesn't go. Know what I mean? Yeah, I thought, I wonder if I could do some stand-up comedy. I mean, I don't think I could just stand here and try and knock a few jokes out. Because that would mean writing material, learning material off the top of my head, and just standing here like a lemon. I mean, that takes a lot of doing. So I thought, well, politics and ironing with Williams, and then see if you can knock out a few funny ones as you're at it. Here's one for you. What's the Welsh version of Dynarod? Okay, so unfortunately, only Welsh speakers are going to get this. But what is the Welsh version of Dynarod? Okay, dach chi'n barod? Dom and dod and dol. Imagine that on the side of a van. Dom and dod and dol. Dynarod. Okay. I think the stand-up comedy thing, I admire them. I really do admire them. I've been to a couple of stand-up comedy nights. I actually went to a stand-up comedy workshop, would you believe? But I froze. I actually went up there and I froze because the adjudicator was somebody that I'd worked alongside on another project, or rather they were on the same project. We didn't work together, but when I looked up and saw who was adjudicating me, I thought, well, bloody hell, he's done well. He's gone on, and here's me at my advanced age trying to do this. I'm under no illusions, but I think comedy and humour, you've got to find it, because we are in the darkest of places in terms of civilization, aren't we? I think we've gone over the tipping point now. I think people are just tiptoeing through their lives because they just don't know what's going to happen next. Who's going to press the button where we no longer can afford to go shopping in Lidl and Aldi, all right, McHaggish, all right, don't worry. So Tucker Right-Wing Carlson interviews Putin. I didn't watch it, but I know some people were salivating over the prospect. The only thing I thought today was, imagine if Putin and the Ukraine come to some kind of agreement over boundaries, national boundaries, etc., etc. What I would like, as an ordinary Joe, because Putin has got form, if you like, in terms of being a ruthless beep, I want him to concentrate the chwydd wydyr. I want him to get the magnifying glass out and put it over the pariah state of Israel. I think it's only Putin who's got the hardware to be able to send a shot across Netanyahu's bows. We've all gone down the pacifist route since they started this nonsense, so-called self-defense. The Israelis claim that over 1,000 were killed on October the 7th, but the latest I saw, the number of Palestinians killed since then is coming up to 30,000. And I shouldn't really be ironing when I'm talking about things like this, because we're talking about human beings and human souls here. And it's just, it feels so removed from reality, because they're beaming all these atrocities into our living rooms as if we were watching Dancing on Ice or The X Factor. It's just, you can't say beyond belief. It's incredibly believable, because they've got form. They've had form since 1948, and they've been given free rein by America and by Britain. The United Kingdom What a shower of shit. We are in an incredibly bad way as a nation. Well, a nation. We're not one nation now. We were 4 home nations apparently, but nations that have been conquered, let's say. Scotland was assimilated. James I, James VI. So Scotland has been assimilated without the permission of his people. Wales was conquered, so we can have no complaints. Like Edward I done us like a turkey. He stitched us up right and proper. So we are a conquered people, like the Welsh. And it was a Welshman who bloody sorted the 6 counties out. Northern Ireland, wasn't it? Lloyd George carved up that pigeon. So you could say that Northern Ireland was assimilated by the British. So, I mean, hats off to the Irish for fighting for their freedom, which is what the Palestinians have been trying to do. One person's terrorist is another person's freedom fighter. That's why I'm wearing dark glasses, you see. I don't want anybody to recognise me. Oops. Dash. That's it now. So, well, I'm really talking about politics now. Oh, look. A pair of big baggy trainees, tracksuit bottoms, innit? Now, I don't know if the camera can pick this out, but I'll just raise my leg a little bit. Scuzzy tracksuit bottoms. I don't like this colour, but it's the only colour they had left in Poundland. £6. And then I'm 57 years of age, nearly 58. Look at my outfits. Okay, look at this. If I can lift my leg up, look at them. Illuminous green, a kind of a training shoe with no laces. Bought from Primark in Manchester 10 years ago, and I'm still wearing them. So man from Poundland, man from Primark, yeah? Because you want to talk the economy, you want to talk money. Because that's another reason. You can tell a lot about people with their attitude to money, and especially with their attitude to your money. Because once they get your money, you don't count anymore. I've been in unbelievable to and fro with train companies trying to get me money back for cancelled trains because of the bad weather, the storms, and because of the strikes. And honestly, if I didn't ever travel on a train again, it wouldn't bother me. It really wouldn't. Train travel, fucking hell. That train can disappear up the tunnel and not come out the other end as far as I'm concerned. Was that stand-up comedy? How are ya? How are ya? How are ya? Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I won't make a stand-up comic because I'm too bitter. I'm too vitriolic. As the person who owed me the money had the temerity to say, it was because of my own bitterness towards life that I'm overreacting to his bounced check. Somebody bouncing a check. I mean, in business it happens, doesn't it? But a mate that you've known, I've known him since 2011, but we've been mates since 2016. 8 years. And he bounces a check on me. That is bad bastard behaviour. And there's a chance he might see this video. And good. Because people's attitude to money, I don't know, fucking hell. I would never dream of even signing a cheque for a mate. I'll be very careful. You know, I wouldn't have got myself into that position in the first place. If you can't afford to do something, this is where I wear £6 tracky bottoms from Poundland. Fucking hell. Right. What's that, McHaggis? I better shut up now. The light is going. I can always turn the light on. Okay, mate. Okay, McHaggis. Dig on, you dig on. Whale.